So today's video we're just going to talk about some gear that we use on winter climbing routes and the abuse that they get. So I've got a couple of examples here. We've got some hexes and some nuts and I'll give you some close-ups of those in just a moment. But when it comes to winter climbing, when we put hexes and nuts in, we kind of hammer them in with either the pick or the hammer end of the ice axe, and we might abuse those. So you can see here with the blue hex that there's some damage here on the actual sling, and that's from trying to get it out when it was being quite stuck. You can also see here there's some quite big divots there, so we might just file those down so it doesn't do any more damage when we are carrying this on the rack. You can see here the red hex, some damage has been done to the cord that's attached to it, so again we shall replace that. Here is a gold hex that we found, and if you look at it you can see that the sling has had a bit of wear. This is what the sling should look like, and this is what it looks like. So because it's been in situ, we are going to replace that too. So when it comes to some of the nuts, when these are placed in some of the cracks, I call it welding in, which means that I put them in a crack, make sure that they seat well, and then tap them with the pick of the axe to make sure that it's not going to come out. But in doing so, sometimes you damage the wires, and you can see here there's a couple of wires damaged on this number 7 DMM walnut. When we have a look at this DMM walnut, same things happened. You can see that there a couple of wires broken, and same again with this gold DMM walnut. You can see there clearly one of the wires is broken, which obviously decreases its strength. So we've got 3 nuts here, two number 7s and a number 9, which I will replace with new ones. So definitely with the hexes, it's quite easy to replace the tape on those with some cord and a double fisherman, and I'll show you how to do that. And then the nuts, so I could keep them as nuts that I leave behind just in case I need to ab off a route. Now how much these will be lose their strength by, I don't know. If anyone's got a pull test machine, I know Ryan from How Not to Highline has, but if anyone in the UK has got one of these, what I'd love to do is go pull these to oblivion to see how much strength these have actually lost. I did speak to DMM and they were unwilling to participate in that video. So the easiest way to take this off is by using one of these machines. They're very handy but very expensive. So it heats it up and then just cuts it. There we go. That's one. Do the same here with the red hex. 2. There you go. A little bit tougher. There we go. So as I talked about earlier, you can see these divots created by an ice axe, so I'm going to file these off because they're quite sharp. And then something else that I'm looking out for when I put new cord in is to make sure that there are no sharp edges here to potentially damage or cut the cord. You can see it's got there. So make that smooth. So you can see here that I've just filed down the divots to make it nice and smooth. So that for me is acceptable. And then in here, that's nice and smooth. So when I put the new cord on, it's not going to get damaged. So we'll just check the other ones. We'll check the red one. Nothing there visible. And we'll check the gold one. There's nothing there that is going to damage the cord when I put the new cord in. But I might just file these a little bit flatter. There you go, you can see there I've just filed the kind of raised bits off there to make it nice and smooth. So the way that I put a new cord on is I get some nice 7mm cord. There you go. It just feeds through there. Bring him back through here. So we've got a nice bit of cord there, and then we're going to tie these ends with a double fisherman. Got one on this side. There we go. And tie one on the other side. There we go. Nice extra bit of length. Make sure it's nice and tight on both sides. There we go. We've just reslung a hex, and that should be good enough. Not as good as getting it reslung by the manufacturer. I always make sure that the knot is slightly out of the way. There we go. So we can clip our carabiner, snap gate onto here, and there we go. Got one example, and I'm just going to do the others. So when it comes to replacing the slings on the hexes, obviously this is not recommended by the manufacturer, and I guess they're not going to guarantee its strength. I'm guessing it won't be as strong as the slings that were originally put on there by the manufacturer. The weak point on these are always where it bends. It's not the actual metal work, but for me that is going to be good enough. So when it comes to the nuts, obviously the wires have been damaged. There is no way that these can be fixed, so you replace them with brand new ones. So I'm going to put these on my rack, and I'm going to get rid of these. What would be pretty cool is if there's somebody in the UK who's got a pull test machine where I can actually pull test these to see how much strength they've actually lost. On one of the DMM7 walnuts, maybe 5 or 6 of the metal strands are broken. On the other one, it looks like there's 1, maybe 2 broken, and on the gold one, there is 1 broken, and these are all strength rated up to 12 kilonewtons, which is 1.2 ton. So it'd just be interesting to see how much strength these guys have actually lost. Till next time, be safe.